We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Welcome, gamers. Today, we are going to find out the most shout-out game of 2023. Alan Walker 2. Remedy Entertainment has created not only one of their best games to date, but one of the best games of this incredible year. Indeed, it is my game of the year.
Come on, Ed. We should go.
Oh, where'd he gone?
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm done.
What the fuck?
Shit.
Ed, stop! Run!
Like other survival horror, this is a game where 2 or more enemies create a challenge. You do have access to grenade-type weapons, but they are rare and often best saved for the most difficult boss fights. As Saga, you'll be fighting in beautiful woods, solving bizarre puzzles in quirky old houses, navigating creepy fairgrounds and so on, before being dragged into nightmare sequences for boss fights.
Get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake.
Alan, meanwhile, is living in a nightmare version of New York City. Filled with shadowy aspects of people whispering his name, Alan must use his writing powers to rewrite the world to escape. The shadow aspects are not all dangerous, but you can only tell which ones will hurt after observing them for a while. This creates a constantly tense scenario because you never know which, if any, will attack. Alan keeps his flashlight trained, while the shadows whisper his name alongside weird incantations about dreams and darkness, reminiscent of the infected floating office workers in Remedy's previous title, Control, which is set in the same universe.
But he didn't end up here now. He landed on the shore after I faced Nightingale in the overlap. Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! He got out! With my face! Scratch!
That night I found Wake here. He appeared because of this. The summoning. That was Wake. Scratch wasn't pretending to be Wake. They're the same person.
He's here! Scratch! Watch out, Anderson!
Estevez, Scratch is Wake with a dark presence inside him. He wants the clicker. Change of plan. I'll lure him to the cell. When we're inside, lock it and blast it with all you got.
Every chapter is unique, and every set piece requires new consideration. There is no way to feel grounded, such that you can predict where Remedy will take you or what it will expect out of you. I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. A lot of friends I've spoken to say they'd love to play, but won't even entertain the idea of picking it up because of the jump scares gameplay. If you are still watching this video, I can easily say that you are one of the million who are gonna enjoy this game.
Gotta lure Scratch to... Estevez, Casey, now!
If you had a good time watching, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to join our awesome community. Peace out.
Alan?
Saga, I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker and the bullet of light. Let's do this. I have to be the one to do it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here. This darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting my face into the water.
He's here!
It's shockingly cold, past the mirror of the surface. And I will see.
Casey?
Scratch! Now!
A white, searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard.
Come on, you motherfucker! Come on! Come on!
What if there's nothing waiting to be revealed? The play of shadows heroes fool us all, subterfuge to get our price of admission. Darkness not as a monster, but as emptiness. We're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside. Is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing will sleep. This is how we win. Is it too easy? What if this is still the dark place? Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to...
Is it over? Anderson?
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls. I went to their offices and something happened there. After I got home, I could suddenly remember everything. I remembered being trapped inside that lake. A dark ocean with echoes of myself. My fears, my photos. Inside a dark tide of madness. The same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too. I chose to come back to the dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you, so that I could get you to where you needed to be. The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension, light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. And we're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through the loop. But I will keep showing you the images you need to see. The light you need to see. Until you're ready. Alan, I think we're getting close.
It's not a loop. It's a spiral.